Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin and I'm a Midwest artist who loves to read. And in today's video, I'm gonna do a behind the scenes look of an art project that I did at the end of last year. I know it's February, it's been rough, okay? For Christmas gifts this past year, I decided to make gouache paintings of all of my family's dogs, past and present. As you can see on the screen, I'm showing you some examples of style-wise what I was looking into, including Marie Boiseau, who's a French gouache artist who I did a study of back in college. I was really interested in getting back into gouache recently because I was getting a little bit tired of digital art and just wanted to play with color. So I was looking at a whole bunch of examples on Pinterest and a lot of like sketchbook paintings that used a lot of mixed media with it. That was something I really wanted to play and try out. So for this project, my goals were, once it pops on the screen, 13 pet portraits in mixed media, mostly gouache though. I wanted to experiment, have fun, and output is greater than accuracy and perfection. I feel like I get too tied down into making everything perfect that I forget to have fun while making art. So this is what I wanted to explore with. So here are some sketches of some of the dogs I was going to be doing in this project. I just wanted to do some dog portraits, so just basically the heads. For the mixed media portion, the tools I want to try out were Copics, some pens, highlighters, various pencils, let's see here, watercolor pencils for sure, and more fun colored pencils as well. I definitely wanted to play with my Posca markers, and I got oil sticks too, which I'll learn soon that I did not enjoy the oil sticks, but here's my Himi gouache. I'm gonna open it and you can see the chaos within. So I haven't used my gouache set in a long time and it shows. It's all crinkly, all nasty, and naively I thought I just need to spray it with a teeny bit of water and it'll be all reactivated. I'll soon show you why that wasn't the case. But yeah, I love the Himi gouache. I think it's a great base set for trying. And then I have a whole bunch of different pens that I wanted to try out, as well as some Fudinesque pens that I bought recently. And I'll tell you, I really enjoyed those pens, and they might become my new go-to pens. Since I was experimenting with a lot of different materials, I thought I should do a test strip first. So this strip that I'm going to show you first is having all of the extra materials down as the first layer, and then I was gonna do a strip of gouache on top of that to see how the gouache interacts with the different mixed media that I had. And I'll say with this first test, having the gouache as a second layer, it didn't really affect each other too much, since the gouache, with how I was painting, it was more opaque. So with this first test, it didn't really matter too much. You'll see briefly with my next test was having the gouache layer down first and then having the mixed media materials on top of it. I found very informative results. For example, the highlighter, it really didn't do much on top of the gouache, but I was still curious about it. And as well as all the other markers, it just didn't work out like I thought it would. I am testing so many materials now. Let's see. Well, I can go into why I decided to do this project. So if you've been following my channel, you're aware that I lost my dog, Pistachio, at the end of November. It was and it still is a really tough time for me. My therapist recommended doing art as therapy, which I haven't. I'll admit I don't do that as much as I should currently and in my past. So she just recommended I get my emotions out through art. And a way to do that, the way I decided to do that is, well, I already decided I wanted to make my Christmas gifts for Christmas last year because things are expensive. So I knew that was my route from the get-go. But after Pistachio passed, I thought it would help me to draw dog portraits of all the dogs I've encountered in my life through my family. And I made these portraits, one, just to show off really happy pups, but two, on the back of each painting, I wrote my favorite memory of the pups, and that really seemed to like help me out, just to remember all the good times of all the dogs that I have in my past. And I think next clip is gonna start. Yes, okay, so this is the portion where I realized I done goofed up and I didn't plan well. So I discovered that my gouache set was really, really dried out. I thought just adding a little bit of water would help like reactivate it quickly, but it was not going. Even this like little sploosh of water at the get-go, it did not do anything. You can see how chunky the paint is in the pot, and I knew that wasn't right. So I watched a video on how to reactivate my gouache, and it basically boiled down to is you need to add a whole bunch of water to the gouache, just so if, like, it fills the pot, and have it sit overnight. Then you stir it around, and then you keep doing that process until the gouache is at a proper consistency, which I would describe it as like almost I don't want to say like those slime videos, like where like you're watching someone like mix slime around. It's kind of like, it feels to me like a little bit like a lighter like acrylic when you're mixing it around. So this took almost a week to get it situated, just depending on like when I was able to like sit down and stir the gouache to get it back to its right consistency. It also included times where I just needed to dry it out a little bit more for certain colors, because I had like different levels of gouache for each color pot. So yeah, it took a bit longer to get the product ready in order for me to start making my portraits, but that's okay. During this time, I worked on doing the base sketches done on some scrap watercolor paper. I didn't really want to like buy new materials for this project as well, so I wanted to like try to reduce like spending, and also like use up materials that I already had. As you can see, more dumping. It was Verve City with the gouache for a bit. Okay, let's see what the clips are going to show me next. I don't know. As you might tell, this is my first time doing like a voiceover for a video, so I'm still experimenting with this style, but I thought it would work out for like this series I want to do, where it's just Yap and Make, and I show you all of my processes while making stuff. So here's the clips of showing my testing. So again, materials first, then gouache on top. It didn't really matter too much. I did like 1 layer and 2 layers of the gouache, so some areas are darker, and there's not much to tell. And then here's examples of like the materials as the first layer, the gouache as the first layer. As you can see, some of them worked out well, like the Posca. This is me pointing, saying the highlighter was ass. And then the oil stick, I was so disappointed. I think, like, I saw some creators online using paint sticks, and I think they were doing tempera, actually, because the oil sticks were like really hard to like just hard consistency. So these are the base sketches. I want to do a golden wash underneath it in like an expressive, quick way. One thing I learned is it's been a while since I used watercolor pencils, is that I need to lighten them up like with an eraser first, because I have a heavy hand, and since they're made to be soluble, it kind of like muddied the yellow base later a bit when I put the wash on. So that helped inform me for the rest of these paintings to just lighten up the pencil layer first. Alright, so here's some fun mixing after I fix my gouache set. As you can see, it's you can see in the brown paint like more of the correct consistency. It's a lot easier to like mix around. It's almost kind of like a pudding consistency. I don't know how else to describe it. A lot of the colors in that I was going to be doing is a lot of browns, a lot of blacks, and then some orange and yellows. That's just the layout of like all the dogs. There's a lot of like black dogs in our family for some reason. So this is just me starting with like a dark, really dark brown color that I was going to use for like a couple black labs that were in my family. I didn't want to do like a pure black because it would have been too harsh, I think. So I just really want to stick more into the brown area. All right, so now I'm starting to paint. I will admit I'm still getting used to working with gouache, which is another reason why I wanted to do this project, is to keep practicing with gouache. Gouache so far, like, I do enjoy it. I do like that it's a little bit more opaque than watercolor. But the thing is, I'm still trying to get used to the consistencies, like what's the correct consistency with gouache. That's what makes it a little bit of a harder medium to work with. Is if you make it too watery, it's too much like a watercolor. And then if you make it too or not as watery, it's hard to like paint it, and it can be kind of a grainy texture a little bit. So yeah, here are the first base layers of some of the dogs that I made, and yeah. That was me pointing to, I goofed up with Lily because I wanted to add shadow to the underneath of her jaw, and it just did not work out. So I decided to just not do shadows on any of the other dogs in the future. So yeah, this is me experimenting with all the different mixed media. I wanted to play on top of the gouache to give the gouache like more of a texture. So this is me adding like a brown pencil on top of Sophie's ears. For the rest of this video, it's going to be just using Sophie as an example, who is a very spunky King Charles Cavalier that my parents have currently. I saw a lot of, when I was researching, I looked at like sketchbook paintings, and a lot of people had fun like adding these like graphic elements to their paintings. So I thought I'd give it a go. I'm not sure, it was fun to try out. I'm not sure if it's for me though. And another issue I had is with all the paintings, I put on like a beeswax finishing like layer, kind of like a varnish, like with oil painting, and that beeswax kind of smeared the colored pencil, especially if it was just colored pencil, on the watercolor paper. So I'm not sure if I'll be continuing this graphic element in the future. I did have more success using my Poscas to do more of a fun graphic element, like adding cute little hearts, because Sophie is a sweetheart, and she's well known for giving suffocating hugs. So she's just a real cutie, so I want to add cute little hearts to it. I'm adding some black Poscas to like the eyes and certain areas, just to make it a little bit more crisper looking. It's hard to make, at least for me right now, it's hard to make very smooth shapes with the gouache, but that just requires more practice and brush control. Excuse me. So yeah, this is basically me doing all the finishing details of the painting. I think the next thing you'll see is me adding some black outlines. No, it's adding I was gonna add some more texture to the like the reddish brown that Sophie has to her fur. And I thought that was a really fun element, though sometimes it went a little bit too much when I did it on the paintings. But oh well, I'm just experimenting here and just having fun. So now is me using the Fudenosuke brush pen. I think I did the soft brush pen for these just to give it a more of a cartoony character to my portraits. Just having like a sparse black outline in certain areas just to give it more definition and to make it more of a fun graphic appeal. But yeah, this project took a little bit to make, but it, like I was saying earlier in the video, it did really help me out, especially after my initial morning for my dog, to just think about all the cute animals that I've interacted with in the past. It was kind of helpful in a way to just be like, yeah, there's all the dogs I've known in the past, and they're still in my heart in a way. And like my dog Pistachio will always be in my heart. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting another dog. It might still be, but I might try fostering actually. 'Cause right now what's happening is that like I'm looking at dogs online, and if there's a dog I really like, I just get really sad. So I don't think I'm quite ready to have a dog long term, but maybe in a fostering situation, we'll see. So yeah, here's the end result for Sophie's painting, and at the back, as I said before, I put like a fun memory, and yes, she did eat rocks when she was a puppy. So yep, here's all of the portraits at the very end. I also did one for Pistachio just for my own self-healing. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this project. Lots of these turned out really well. Some of these turned out, they could have been a little bit better, but I mean, it's all a learning process. So I enjoyed my time with these. And of course, just reflecting on the memories of these fun pups in my past was really an enjoyable process. And yeah, there's Stash Baby. So yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed watching this different kind of video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and comment, subscribe, normal YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!